These guys are ridiculous. These guys are ridiculous.
Now, how about them damn Celtics?
And we are back with another How About Them Celtics video. Sam and I are here recording on Sunday, July 28th, and I'm finally not lying when I said that, because Sam is
We're
back
back
from Greece. How you doing, Sam? Welcome back home.
Happy to be home. Far cooler here. Went for a run today. Not like I was dying out there. There weren't any hills.
Amazing.
It wasn't 5 billion degrees. I get back from my run, and my mom is watching Team USA play, but it was against South Sudan, and she thought it was live, and she was pissed. Like she was like, they're down like 16 at half. Like, what is this? What is LeBron doing? Like, he's just whatever. And I wasn't thinking anything of it. I was like, oh, like I guess they started today. And then I go on Twitter. I'm like, South Sudan's playing Puerto Rico right now, Ma. You're not watching the right game. But the right game was at 11:15.
Yes.
And Team USA did win.
They smacked around Serbia. Everyone was coming into this game saying, oh, Team USA looked weak in the exhibitions. And then I kept telling all my friends who were saying, like, oh, I don't know. I kept saying, like, I mean, they never try in the exhibitions. Like, that's a thing. Like, they just relax. And guess what? They smacked Jokic. Jokic wasn't shit. Let me pull up the score so I can have the box score in front of me here. Just a big win, 110-84 in their first game. LeBron was awesome. He was probably the best player on the floor. KD couldn't miss anything. Drew Holiday finished with a quiet 15 points as well. Embiid was terrible. We can talk about that, but he was bad. Steph Curry,
bad.
He's not been good. Anthony Davis or Bam should be starting. Context: Embiid in this game a -1 in a game they won by 26 points. Anthony Davis a +28. So keep that for context for you. KD, like I said, couldn't miss off the bench. He had 23 points on 8 of 9 shooting, 3 of 4 from the field, and he only missed one shot, and it was his last shot.
He had that Porzingis return. He had that game one of the finals round where he just came out and made every shot after coming off whatever injury he was dealing with heading into the Olympics. Great debut for KD.
That he did. Devin Booker looked rough to start, then he picked it up, found a rhythm, hit his shots, played pretty well. Ant was solid in this game. Bam was good in this game. He didn't hit his shots, but he was solid. Biggest thing, though, come out of it, Tatum didn't play. Jayson Tatum did not play. There was some speculation that he could be hurt or sick. Gary Washburn asked him after the game. He said, no, I'm good. And then Steve Kerr came out and said, I just went with the rotations that I think worked well here. And he'll have his moment to shine eventually, or basically said, like, he'll be fine. He'll have his time to shine. I know this is like, I'm not usually like the homer guy. That's fucking ridiculous. Like, I think this is the stupidest shit I've ever seen in my life. Jayson Tatum did not play in this Olympics. That is absurd. I think it's obscene. I think it's disgraceful. I think Steve Kerr needs to be fucking drug tested. I think it's absolutely unacceptable that a guy who was their second leading scorer 4 years ago just won a championship and is one of the 5 best players in the NBA didn't play in the Olympics. I get that he's been cold from 3 for forever now. I get that he had, I guess, a somewhat rocky offensive showing in the exhibition games, but he's a damn good passer. He's a damn good rebounder. Did a great job getting to the hoop. He's a good defender. I think it's whack. I think it was so fucking stupid that he didn't, let alone, I think he should have started over Devin Booker, let alone not play. Awful. Just terrible.
Yeah. So I didn't see the starting lineups before tip-off. I had the game up, and I'm like, I'm in an Xbox party watching it live with people, and I'm like, is that Devin Booker out there? And you know, everybody on Twitter was like, oh my God, like, why isn't Tatum playing? This was like in the first half. Jay King put out the tweet, and I had the quote tweet of just like, he said was like, what? Why wasn't Steve Kerr playing Tatum? And I just put like the game they won by 52 as the quote. And I had this guy reply to me. He goes, Jayson Tatum would know why. Is simply not as good as Booker or KD or Ant. That's why he's not playing. He's literally the 4th string. He might get subbed in if the game turns into a 30-point blowout. And even then, I wouldn't want to risk them making a comeback if Tatum came in. He's a liability. Obviously, it's a troll post, but I think he's probably better than KD at this point. If you really believe in Ant, you can be an Ant believer.
I think I did this. Like I was texting my buddies on the Cape. I have him ranked. I think he's the 3rd best player in the NBA.
Green
right
Kool-Aid
now.
Jack is here.
I think Jokic, Giannis, Jayson Tatum. 1, 2, 3. I did this exercise with my buddies.
You
'Cause
probably
it's
had
just-
people say everything.
Ready? No. Because I just did this with like my friends,
Okay.
like that I know from here. I can read you. I did the full top 20. If you'd like me to read it, it's like to explain how Tatum is scoring.
Okay. Yeah. Why not?
Okay.
We got to fill time.
Ready? We'll do
Or
this.
should
I
we
think
tease for tomorrow?
it's.
Jack's full top 20.
Should we, or do we just do? I mean, do you want to title a pod ranking the top 20 players in the NBA down the line, and I'll save this?
Where does Jayson Tatum?
We need it in August. You know what? We're saving it. You're right. No, but
Yeah.
I have him 3. I'll put that in there. Luka doesn't play defense. I think Shea probably passes Tatum in the next couple years, just because I think I like Shea a lot. That's not a knock on Tatum. I just think
They're the
Shea's
same
that good.
age for what it's worth.
Yeah, and PrizePicks is America's #1 daily fantasy sports app with over 5 million active members. PrizePicks is the easiest and most exciting way to play daily fantasy sports. Unlike other apps on PrizePicks, it's just you against the numbers. All you do is pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and watch the winnings roll in. Get in on the daily action with your friends and become a part of the PrizePicks community today. With PrizePicks, you could turn $10 into $1,000 while watching Team USA rack up the gold medals this summer. You can make a PrizePicks lineup of players across basketball, soccer, tennis, golf, and more in as little as 60 seconds. Just pick more or less on 2 to 6 player stat projections and you're locked in. PrizePicks is available in more than 30 states across the country, including California, Texas, and Georgia. Sam and I use PrizePicks all throughout the NBA playoffs as the Celtics were making their run. If you guys tuned into the pregame show, you saw it. We like Drew Holiday blocks. We always picked Jayson Tatum to get a dunk. That was a lock for us. And we always picked less on the opposing stars' points. Download the PrizePicks app today and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. That's code CLNS on PrizePicks for a deposit match up to $100. Pick more, pick less. It's that easy. I also think Shea is in the opportunity to pass Tatum because he's going to have more touches, and that's how they win by going through Shea more. And Embiid is not better than Tatum. Cry. I think Embiid should be the other person sitting, not Tatum. I think they should run 2 bigs, Davis and Bam, and then bench bum Embiid and play Jayson Tatum.
They should bench Embiid. Embiid's been horrible in international play because they won't give him any of his bullshit ticky-tack fouls. He shot 3 free throws in this game. He missed all 3 of them. And he was lucky to get one of the whistles. One of them, he baited Jokic underneath off of a great pass from Holiday, by the way. Found him right in the dunker spot. He flailed through the ball off the bottom of the backboard and then gets the free throw line. Jokic was incredulous. There's no reason for Embiid to be logging major minutes over Davis and Bam, especially in
Tatum.
Yeah, and Tatum. I don't really consider I don't line them up in the depth chart at the same area, but yes, I can see that. Tatum should not be DMP with Embiid starting. He just shouldn't. I get maybe you wanted to get KD some run in a game that you felt might not have been important. If you wanted my concrete theory on what happened without Kerr coming out and being we wanted to get KD minutes, KD's coming off an injury. If there's any loss they can recover from, it's the first one in the group play. You might as well get KD his run, get him up to speed for these later games with the knockouts coming in, a week or so?
Yeah.
You've got to have him ready to roll. So get him out there, let him get his wind, and they did that. I don't know what the rotation will look like going forward. I would guess that Devin Booker is not in the starting lineup, especially because they already had 2 guards.
They were starting him in the exhibitions.
Yeah. Tatum played plenty of minutes in this, and he looked good in this Team USA pre-Olympic run.
Unacceptable. I'm actually really mad. I think it's so unbelievably ridiculous that Steve Kerr didn't play Jayson fucking Tatum in the Olympics when he was this second leading scorer last year. The last time they played in the Olympics, he was the second best player. He was one of the best players on a team that won the gold medal, and he's gonna get fucking benched after winning it. Fuck you. I'm actually I think it's ridiculous that he didn't play in this game. And you know me, I don't usually get this amped up or anything.
You don't get very mad very often unless I'm the one provoking it.
Yeah, this was absolutely ridiculous that he didn't play in this game. I think it's so unbelievably stupid that he didn't play. And I'd be angry if I was Jayson Tatum. I'd be mad.
Yeah, it's
he looked mad.
A weird slight. Yeah, he didn't look thrilled.
Dumb.
I don't know, man. If you want to talk about the other Celtics, I know we went through the box score, but Holiday had himself a very good game. A lot of scoring from him. Both he and Derek White are
Yep.
perfect fits on this team, as they would
Yes.
be any team. The way that they filled in on the Celtics this season, both of them kind of playing out with the ball as much as they can as point guard type players, being
Yep.
ready for their opportunities on offense and then defending at the highest level on the opposite end of the floor. Just so valuable. Like Derek White, 2 steals and a block in 16 minutes off the bench. And then Holiday with the 15 points, 3 assists and 4 rebounds, also 2 steals of his own. These guys are absolute menaces for opposing guys. These international guys you may not have heard of to see on the other end of the floor as they're trying to bring the ball up. I mean, Micic was the point guard for Serbia today, so at least you know a little bit about him. You knew Bogdanovic if you watched this game. You knew Jovic from Miami, and of course Jokic. But if would not want to have to deal with those guys defending, and they're so versatile in the positions they can defend. D. White had a stop on one of the backup big guys, not Jokic. Thought it was Jokic when I saw the clip. Was not Jokic. Good performances from the other Celtics since they actually got a moment to play.
D. White was great.
I think
great.
Trevor Haas had a Celtics blog article today that was like, Steve Kerr should play all 3 of the Celtics guys at the same time in multiple stretches just for continuity type stuff. Well, Steve Kerr had no interest in that.
I think that was so
Bush League
stupid. I thought it was so dumb. I thought it was awful. They didn't play him. I don't get it. Like it doesn't make any sense. Like the only way I like rationalized it in my brain was like, all right, maybe he obviously you're gonna play KD, LeBron, and Steph because it's their last Olympics, right? Those guys are gonna get their run. AD's gonna play because he's the only big man. And I guess if you're gonna play those types of guys, you want to surround them with like pure role player type guys who can play that role, and that's not necessarily Tatum, even though I think that's a stupid reason not to play one of the best players in the NBA. So like Booker, I guess, is more of a catch and shoot guy if you really want to play him that way. Drew Holiday and Derek White are obviously like that a little bit. Anthony Edwards just is playing because I guess they like him more than Tatum right now. I don't get that very much. I think Tatum's got better size, better playmaker. I guess he's a better pure scorer if you want that. But if your goal is to play role players, then he's not that. So that doesn't make any sense. I don't get playing Joel Embiid over him at all. I think that's stupid. I kind of get Bam over him because I guess he's a better defender. He is a better defender, but like I don't think he does anything else. He doesn't do anything else better than Tatum, I don't think.
The best part of this,
it's just dumb. I thought it was so dumb.
Steve Kerr's like, yeah, we were really like looking at the matchups. Like, really?
Shut up, Steve.
You got 4 NBA guys on the other end of the floor. 5.
Yeah, he said.
Sorry, and
I went with combinations that made sense. That was for tonight. He handled it well. He'll make his mark. Fuck you, Steve Kerr. That was so stupid.
You really had to make sure you were ready for him over there from Serbia. Team of all white guys. You didn't think you had it handled?
So dumb, man. I thought that was.
It is
so
really bizarre to see that.
Stupid.
Just all white dudes on one bench is crazy.
GameTime is an authorized ticket marketplace of Major League Baseball, which makes getting tickets faster and easier. Prices on the GameTime app actually go down the closer it gets to first pitch. I remember my dad taking me to Fenway Park as a kid, getting to watch David Ortiz and Dustin Pedroia sitting in the Green Monster and taking in all there is to love about the iconic ballpark. With killer last-minute deals, all-in prices, views from your seat, and their lowest price guarantee, GameTime takes the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets. Taking a look at my GameTime app right now, I see plenty of great deals to watch my favorite sports teams and my favorite tickets to Noah Khan. You guys know that's my favorite artist. I even used it while in Las Vegas for Summer League to get tickets to a women's basketball game. Some of my favorite features in the GameTime app include letting me see what the price is going to be with fees included. It makes so much easier to take a look and see what the actual price I'm going to pay is. Also, you get to see exactly where you are sitting. It's a great way to know exactly the experience you're going to get. I also love the fact that you can get great last-minute deals. Save up to 60% off buying last minute for sports, concerts, comedy, theater, or anything else. Take the guesswork out of buying MLB tickets with GameTime. Download the GameTime app, create an account, and use code CLNS for $20 off your first purchase. Terms apply. Again, create an account and redeem code CLNS for $20 off. I thought it was crazy.
The bench looked.
I thought it was crazy when I looked at everything. and determined these are the lineups I wanted to get to. Jayson is first team All-NBA 3 years. I talked to him. He was incredibly professional. You thought you were crazy because you were, Steve. Go with your gut, brother. You fucking idiot. What are we doing? Like, listen to this. Listen to this. He was asked about, sorry, this is from Adam Himmelsbach's article. Steve Kerr and said Tatum's absence was mostly related to the return of forward Kevin Durant. So you read about that. Quote, it's really hard in a 40-minute game to play more than 10 guys. With Kevin coming back, I just went to the combinations I felt made the most sense. It seems crazy. I thought it was crazy when I looked at everything and determined that these are the lineups I wanted to go to. Jayson is first team All-NBA 3 years in a row. He's one of the best players in the world. I went with the combinations I felt would make sense. I talked to him, and he was incredibly professional. Tatum will make his mark. Our guys know the key to this whole thing is to put all the NBA stuff in the rearview mirror and just win 6 games. Jayson is the ultimate pro and champion. He handled it well, and he's going to be ready for the next game. Well, Steve, I get it. And you won anyways. But if these are the lineups that made sense to you, I feel bad for the Warriors moving forward because you're a fucking idiot. Like, you listen, it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of things, right? Whatever. It's the Olympics. This doesn't matter to like Celtics fans, I guess, realistically. But looking at it and saying, I think these are the lineups that make the most sense, like, I don't get it. I don't get it at all. Jayson Tatum is a better player than Devin Booker. He's a better player than Anthony Edwards. He's a better player than Bam Adebayo. He's a better player than Joel Embiid. He makes more sense. He makes damn more sense than Joel Embiid. If you're going to look at this and say, I think this makes the most sense, and then start Joel Embiid, I don't trust you anymore. If you say, I looked at everything, I calculated, I brought the math here, you took the always sunny meme where it's like on the whiteboards, and your final conclusion was, let's start Joel Embiid, you fucked up already. So I don't really trust you to handle anything else, brother. I thought it was so fucking stupid that Jayson. I'm actually really angry. Like that.
I'm not even doing anything to you.
Dude. It's unacceptable. I think it's unacceptable.
Well, I agree. I think it's bizarre. I hope we don't see it again going forward because if nothing else, it's a knock for content. We have one less guy to pay attention to and care about this Team USA run. Whew. Good for Tatum for not throwing a fit or being difficult or anything.
He looked. I saw somebody on Twitter saying, "Look at these body language." Like Halliburton was so happy and Tatum was pissed. I'd be pissed too. He's one of the best fucking players in the team.
He's hanging out with his son, and you got him sitting there on the bench.
I saw somebody tweet about Steve Kerr. Thank God, Jalen. Happy for you, brother. Don't waste your summer with this clown. Man, Steve Kerr is a phenomenal coach. Don't get me wrong. Like, I don't want this to act like me hating Steve Kerr. I just thought this was an absolutely ridiculous choice. I thought it was so stupid. Yeah, I don't know. It just
Olympics overall, W or L, Jack?
W. I love the Olympics. I think they're really fun. Yeah, super. I watched handball last night for 2 hours. It was great. Let's see. Yeah, Keith Smith tweeting it well as well. I was wrong, he said, because he thought Tatum was sick. Doesn't make it any less stupid. Thankfully, his team is talented enough to work around a series of poor coaching decisions thus far. Then he said, somebody quotes you and said, what was the poor coaching? And he said, lineup decisions have been poor throughout the run-up and again today. Defensive strategy was a mess until they stopped switching. They aren't taking advantage of the shooters they have. Talent wins out, but it's hardly been a coaching masterclass. I said it once and I'll say it again. If you talk about how it took you so long to figure out the right rotation, it was hard to settle on this, and your ending conclusion was let's not play Jayson Tatum and let's start Joel Embiid over Anthony Davis, fire the coach. Like I'm a moron who has a fucking random podcast, and I think the entire world would agree with that sentiment. Doesn't make any sense. It's unbelievably stupid, but whatever. Hopefully he plays next game, or it's gonna get ridiculous real quick. Whatever, man.
Poor Jack's gonna lose it over there.
It doesn't make. It just doesn't make. It's nonsense. It's nonsense. Nonsensical behavior by Steve Kerr. But sure, whatever. You got anything else?
No.
All right. Well, you know what'd be fun? This is absolutely out of nowhere, not even close to anything to do with anything we've been talking about, but it's only because I have college football on this screen right here. If any of our viewers play college football, we should do a Dynasty League HPTC.
We should do a college football stream or something.
We should.
That way we can incorporate it into us doing work.
We build a team together. True. True. I'd have to figure out how to stream my Xbox.
You can just stream right from your Xbox.
Yeah, but how do we?
I don't know how you
our
do your
face cams
camera
on there. Yeah, exactly. That's the thing. We can figure that out. Chat, let us know if you want that. Comment down below. Anyways, appreciate y'all for tuning in. Pods are back to normal now. Sam's back. We'll be chilling. I'll let him wrap it up.
Yeah, thank you very much for listening and watching. Make sure you subscribe to the channel, hit the bell so you don't miss any of our daily uploads.
Did you see our Sam impressions from the video?
I saw them. Yeah, the best was when you did your Sam impression, I had been thinking exactly what you said.
You remember what it was?
It was like you were talking about the team calling Tatum champ, and like it was like, well, they should call him champ. Yeah, they should. And then you said it. I was like, that is a good. Just the content alone was good.
Good. All right. Good. I'm glad you liked it.
But yeah, thank you very much for listening, watching. Leave a like, subscribe. You don't want to miss any of our daily content. We're coming at you daily in the summer, even though there aren't any games happening for our Celtics. You can also find us live, not live. All of our podcasts, and it's been a while. Game recaps are live on Spotify and Apple when they're up. So follow us there. They'll go right to your feed. You can leave a 5-star review. We'd appreciate that very much. You can also find us via email, hbtcpod@gmail.com. The address is right there on the screen for you. We go through, we read your thoughts every single podcast when we do the full-length one. Sometimes we do the mailbag episodes too. This is a bad return performance for me. Jesus. You can also find us on socials at How About Them C's, Twitter, Instagram, and TikTok. Facebook's the name of the pod. Our streams are there. They're on YouTube. They're on Twitter. Jack's Twitter's at Jack Simone NBA. Mine's at Sam LaFrance NBA. That's it for us. Bye.
Taco. Come on. Taco.